Alright, you guys, today we have five, not one, but five Intel NUC i7 10th generations. These things are, I love these little computers. They're great little boxes. I actually have a 8th gen Sin right here. I upgraded it recently from a 4th generation. I've had them ever since they came out. I love them. They're great little boxes. This is actually for a client that I'm deploying these to. So we're going to go ahead and get them configured. Each one I got a 16 gig DIMM. So it's got 16 gigs of memory. It's got the i7 model. And each one comes with an M.2 SATA Samsung SSD, which I love these SSDs. They are great. Haven't had one fail yet. Not saying that it would, that it won't, but I mean, it's just good reliability. So first unboxing, the boxing has definitely changed since over each generation. They put in a little bit better styrofoam insulated box, which is really nice. Really makes it snugged in there. And now on the back of these, we have our standard HDMI, 1 gigabit Ethernet, two USB 3.0s, and USB-C. And then of course our power jack. And I love the new design. And now instead of two USB 3.0s, you now have a USB-C and a USB 3.0 on the front. And then I like this other feature here on the side, a SD slot, which is very nice. So I'm actually going to show you the difference between the 10th generation, which you see here, and a 5th generation. So they've made a lot of improvements. So this is a 5th generation here. You can see the 10th generation is just a little bit higher. You can see you got the two USB ports, the headphone and jack there. Same headphone jack. Power button is here. Power button used to be up top. And a USB-C and USB 3.0. And then on the back, I'm just so glad they went away from the Thunderbolt connector and the mini HDMI. And now you have a standard HDMI and USB-C, which can be used for I don't know, anything from another screen to a USB hub that has more USB-C and DVI, HDMI. I mean, I love that USB-C port. And now they also have the lock here on the back because they used to be here on the side. And in this model, it doesn't have the SD, but some of these models did actually come with that SD slot. Not all of them, and this was the i7 model as well. But I love the new holes on the side because it's just making it a lot easier to breathe, which is just better for the overall performance and cooling for the machine, which I love this side, all vented instead of these just little slits. The one downside that I see in comparing this really, I know this is an older model, but even on the newer models, they're still metal. That's one downside that I do not like about the 10th generation is it is plastic now, which I feel like that's a big turnoff. I like metal. I think it's more sturdy. These were definitely still metal all the way up to the 9th generation, and then 10th generation they just switched to plastic, which I hate that. It just makes it feel cheap. But I still love them. Still, I mean, I would still buy it, of course. But yeah, that's the difference there. So let's keep unboxing here and see what else we got. Looks like you got your screws, so if you wanted to use the mounting plate, and that's an adapter for a higher M.2 drive. Now the power brick is gotten huge. I mean, look at this puppy. I mean, this is a huge power adapter from what it used to be. Just trying to read the watt here. Yeah, 19 volts, 6 amps. But I mean, look at that power brick compared to what it used to be. I mean, just a little small little plug here. But I obviously come with technology. Things are going to be improving, need more power, possibly. So that's probably why they went with a bigger brick. Or maybe it's more, I don't know. I haven't seen one of these fail, so I wouldn't say, better reliability, but maybe they have been improvements there. So I'm going to go ahead and go step by step now that we did the unboxing and I'm going to show you how easy it is to customize your Intel NUC box here. We have our Intel NUC here. We put it upside down. We're going to go ahead and unscrew the bottom here so we can go ahead and pull this back panel off. Alright, got that back panel off, and I see they've went with a almost like a ribbon cable now connected to the motherboard for if you wanted to add a SATA connector drive, which is different. I like the standard SATA cable, but they went with some kind of ribbon cable now. And you can see we have our 2 DIMM slots and our M.2 SATA pins. So let's go ahead and open up our memory here. We got our 16 gig DIMM. Just slide that puppy in there. Alright, we got our memory, 16 gigs. Then we have our M.2 drive here, which we're going to grab a smaller screwdriver for. And screw that one screw. Then we got our M.2 drive, and literally it is this easy. Slide right in, got our screw, and done. Literally, we got our 500 gig M.2 drive, our 16 gig DIMM, and we are done. Now you want to make sure you put this on the front, which we have that backwards, so goes down the rest of that, and we're done. Now we can go ahead and install a thumb drive that's got Windows 10 installed, and we can start the installation process. Alright, there it is, all done. So let's go ahead and start installing Windows 10 now. Alright, we have our Intel NUCs. We have them all laid out here. We got the thumb drives plugged in here with Windows 10 installation, and we got the Windows 10 screen here. We are ready to install Windows 10, and this project is complete. Hope this is helpful, you guys. Thanks.